It has been 3 years since 9 Turkish activists were killed by Israeli forces aboard an aid ship that was headed for Gaza. And now the families of those victims could finally be compensated after Israel formally apologised. An Israeli delegation has arrived in Turkey for talks about compensation. It is the latest effort to normalise ties between the two countries after a 3-year diplomatic freeze. Well, Al Jazeera's Hashem Ahelbarra is live for us now in Ankara. And Hashem, explain, how is this deal being negotiated?
Well, the Israeli delegation is going to pin down a deal with the Turkish government about basically how to move forward. They say that the stated purpose of the visit is to tackle the issue of compensation. But this is not just about compensation. It's about turning the chapter of an episode that was about to permanently damage the relation between Turkey and Israel, and also how to move forward. These are countries that have many things in common. Turkey is the major Muslim ally of Israel. They're pretty much concerned about the spillover in Syria. They have loads of regional issues. But to do that, they have to convince the families of the victims for the issue of the compensation. But the victims' families say that this is not about compensation. Israel has to end the sea blockade on Gaza. They have to apologize to the Turkish people, and they have to bring those who were responsible for the killing of 9 Turkish to justice before we put an end to that chapter. It's going to be an extremely delicate issue, particularly for the Turkish government, because the anti-Israel sentiment has been on the rise since that raid on the Mavi Marmara flotilla.
Yeah, such a complex relationship between the two countries. On Prime Minister Erdogan to delay, certainly for some time, delay a planned visit to Gaza. This is all happening on the sidelines of these negotiations.
And it tells a lot about this level of complexity. Yesterday, when the Secretary of State John Kerry said that the US wishes that Erdogan delays his visit, was seen by commentators and by newspapers here in Turkey as a misplaced statement, because they say this is an issue of sovereignty and it's up to the Prime Minister to decide when to go. But we expect him to have a final decision about going or not to Gaza when he meets with US President next week in Washington. But for the Turkish government, their stance is clear. We're going to go to Gaza to show our support, not only for the government of Hamas, but for the Palestinian issue. And this is the concern of the Americans. They don't want to see any move by Turkey sidelining the Palestinian Authority.
Hashem in Ankara, thanks so much.